Hello, I'm Russell Lockhart, and welcome to Real Perspective. Today we've got a threefer. We're going to be looking at American fiction.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at Poor Things.
Yes.
And Wonka.
Wonka.
Yes.
I like Wonka.
So let's start with American fiction.
Okay. All righty. Okay, so folks, this is like we normally do. Here's the trailer. Watch it. We'll be right back.
How did you come to write this book?
What really struck me was that too few books were about my people. Where are our stories? Where's our representation?
Would you give us the pleasure of reading an excerpt?
Yo, Sharonda, girl, you be pregnant again? If I is, Ray Ray is gonna be a real father this time around. Thank you.
Monk, your books are good, but they're not popular. Editors, they want a black book.
They have a black book. I'm black, and it's my book.
You know what I mean.
Look at what they publish. Look at what they expect us to write. I just want to rub their noses in it.
I'd be standing outside in the night.
Deadbeat dads, rappers, crack. You said you wanted black stuff. That's black, right?
I see what you're doing. We sold your book.
No.
We believe Mr. Lee has written a bestseller.
It's a joke. The most lucrative joke you've ever told.
Now, is Stag a pseudonym?
Yeah.
Mr. Lee can't use his real name.
Is this based on your actual life?
Yeah, you think some bitch-ass college boy can come up with that shit?
No, I don't.
Can I ask what you were in for? Was it murder?
You said that, not me.
They ran 300,000 copies. Your books change people's lives.
They're offering $4 million for the movie rights.
Yes!
The dumber I behave, the richer I get.
This has gone too far.
Stag Lee is still on the run from authorities.
You haven't done anything. It's not like they can arrest you.
Wish I could go back to not selling books.
Is it bad to cater to people's tastes?
People want to love you, Monk. You should let them love all of you.
There's already so much buzz because of the movie deal.
Michael B. Jordan is circulating.
We want to put him on the cover in one of those scarves, I guess you would call them, tied around his head.
A do-rag?
Do-rag, that's it. Do-rag and a tank top with the muscles showing.
Somebody call the fire department.
We're thinking we can get it out in Argentina.
Okay, well, I tell you what, that's something else. I like that.
So I'll tell you this. Anytime that I see Jeffrey Wright, I know it's going to be a good movie.
He is a good actor.
Good actor. He picks good projects. I really feel like he knows what he's looking for. He does this. Of course, we saw him in Westworld, which I absolutely love. For the most part, I think towards the end it kind of waned a little bit, but I think it's a really good show. And that first couple seasons were just fire. And Jeffrey Wright was just awesome in that. Yeah. So in this movie, Jeffrey plays a writer, and he's looking to get this great American novel out. Okay. He's writing these serious books right and left, but nobody's picking them up. And so what he looks at, he starts looking around, trying to figure out why. He starts noticing people that he knows. And it turns out that as a black man, that they want a specific type. You have to be a gangster. You have to be someone that lived a rough life. He didn't. He was rich. He was like all these different things that you don't think of as a stereotypical.
Okay.
So they wanted all of the down gritty type of writing. And he just can't get cut through all of this. So finally, I'm going to show you to his manager, he says, I'm going to write this one and I'll show you. But it did it under pen name. And he did it like he was in prison for a long time, and now he's out, but he's wanted by the FBI, all this stuff. The book blows up. And so he's caught in this thing where he's he's happy that he's making it, but he didn't want to make it this way. So it's a comedy, but it's also serious. Okay. For me, I think that it does a couple of things. It makes you laugh.
Okay.
It makes you cry in parts. But it makes you think. it makes you think as a society, no matter where we are, what color you are, what religion you are, there's people that look at you and say, this person is blah, 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 because they're looking at stereotypes. Okay. And I think that's very important. There's a couple other movies that's done this over the years. I think Blazing Saddles did this with humor. They showed how they focused strictly on race, and they showed how racism is bad, and did that. Another one that I absolutely love is from one of the Wayans brothers, and they did this movie called Hollywood Shuffle. The same kind of thing where the guy would go in and he would try to get a part, and they go, no, I want you to play this hood. I want you to do this. Well, this is the same kind of thing. He can't break in. He finally does, but he's not feeling good about it. I love this movie all the way around, except for. And I'm not going to ruin the movie for you, but to me, the last 15 to 20 minutes, what I consider lazy writing. It does this thing in there where it's kind of they do a turnaround there, and I'm not going to say what it is, but I've seen other movies do it, and it's just, to me, it was like, well, what kind of ending do we want? And they went the lazy way. I was so disappointed in that because it was such a good movie all the way through except for that last few minutes.
Let me ask you a question about that. You say the last few minutes or whatever. I have heard on several occasions of different movies they've released, right? And they had a test audience, and the audience didn't like the way that the ending happened.
Yeah.
So they went in there and changed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, are only some do only some movies get this this kind of attention, or?
Yeah, I think it also depends on if they are set and this is the way they want it, they may just kind of go, no, we're going to do it this way. I think that's happening more and more nowadays. Okay. I think people know what they want to do and they're not going to listen to the audience much. I remember one of the biggest ones that I remember is Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes,
because they changed the ending. Because the original, me too. One of the like the Broadway show, it ends in tragedy. Everybody dies.
Well, doesn't the black and white do the same thing?
I don't. I haven't watched that for a long time. So I need to watch that. Jack Nicholson, and not a musical. Not a musical.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, the thing is though that when you have the audience saying we want it this way, it's kind of hard not to change it. But I do know that other people change it. Or don't change it, rather. But this one, I'm not sure if they just were confident in what they were doing. Okay. To me, it was just it was
they were confident,
ending.
But you felt it fell short.
To me. Okay, to me it fell personally, short. Okay. I like a great ending. Or if you want to, just shut the ending off and let me put it to my imagination. But when you do something like this one did, I just felt like it was a little bit lazy. And I remember walking out with one of my movie buddies. And he was going, did that confuse you? And I said, it didn't confuse me, but I really hate when they do things like that. Okay. And so you'll know when you see it.
Okay.
Yeah. I will say that it is rated R.
So this is R-rated.
It's R-rated.
Not to bring the kiddies.
Got language in it, and it's some rough language in it. Yeah. It's got some sexual situations and innuendos. It's not going to be. It's not pure sex, but it's got sexual situations in it. Okay. And it gets to, you're going to see that and you'll get the point of what's happening. And it's got some drug use in it because of the culture that they're in, like with the rioters and all this stuff. Yeah. So just something you want to know that when you go in. But that's basically what they have there. So
I see the name Leslie Uggams.
Yes.
Leslie Uggams. How old is she? I have got to get this. Oh my goodness.
I would say probably 85, 86.
80 years old.
80. I was going a little bit further.
Okay, do you know, the first time I ever saw her, she was in Roots, wasn't she?
Yes, she was in Roots.
Back in the 70s. Yeah. Of course, I think nothing but good about Roots.
Yeah,
it was just fantastic.
Yeah.
And, she's a wonderful actress.
Great singer.
Great singer?
Yeah, great singer.
Now, there wasn't music in this one, was it?
No, not in this one. Okay, but I'm going from years beyond. Okay. Years ago. I used to watch her. She was on, I think she was on Room 22. Room 222. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that, but I think she was. but I know I saw her on Laugh-In and a couple other things back in the day.
Yeah.
And she was always I always liked her. So yeah, she's got a bit part. My favorite person in this, besides Jeffrey, is Sterling K. Brown.
Oh, Sterling. Okay, yeah, I've seen him.
He's actually, he's been in a lot of stuff. He's actually from This Is Us, and that This Is Us kind of catapulted him, and he's just such a great actor. And I've seen him in so many things, but he's in this too. So
fantastic. Oh, by the way, the Hollywood Reporter. I'm just giving you. Actually mentioned Leslie Uggams. That's what I was saying. Anyway, okay. Now, I'm going to take you for a little, maybe for 5 minutes. We're going to take a little side. We're going to take a look at the theme that is, stereotyping.
Right.
Okay, and this is the thing. As Christians, we know the Bible says that God has no respecter of persons. Okay. Like that. And the thing is that we're all bad. Okay. That's just the way it is, and we all need a Savior.
We're human.
Yeah, we're human.
Of the flesh.
We're of the flesh. The thing here is but when we're talking about stereotypes, what are we talking about here? It's kind of like, I go into a neighborhood, I'm locking my doors because certain individuals live there, or certain cultures or what have you. Live there, or I'm grabbing, you said something before.
Yeah, it's like, and I thought about this after I saw this movie, but more of when I saw the movie Crash, I thought about this too. Mm-hmm. Crash is another good movie, but we'll get that to another day. That's an older movie that does the same kind of thing. But what I thought of there is like thinking about women and how many times do they clutch their purse when they're walking by somebody they don't trust because of their skin color, because of their looks. It doesn't even have to be skin color. It could be a grungy person walking by.
Yeah.
Somebody could be a homeless person, or even someone down on their luck, or just, somebody poor that, can't afford the clothes. And how many times do we kind of go by there and kind of clutch our purse?
Okay.
Same thing with homeless. How many times do we walk by someone
down there,
and don't say anything, or you think, oh, they're homeless, they're drug addicts, when they could be just someone who's down on their luck, lost their job, has no family around, and just living on the street for a while. So there's like these different things that it goes beyond the color of skin. It's just this, I think we all have moments in our life that we kind of look at something and someone and think maybe the wrong thing. Just
where do we
get
those ideas?
It could be society, could be TV, movies. We live in a society now that everybody's pointing their finger at each other. And, you say the wrong thing, or
but
wrong
the point of the
pronoun,
fingers, but it's also using racism as a buzzword.
Yes, absolutely.
A fallback.
And it's not just racism. It is. You look at our society now. It's like pronouns, racism. If you are someone who is for the Israel war because you know that they were bullied and pushing through. Right now, we're in the precipice of this happening. We're seeing this.
Yes.
And, I always thought, and I hate to say to go to the side on this, on a side chat, but I always thought, how did someone not say something during the Hitler era? And we're seeing it now. I mean, you saw people being secretive and hiding people in an attic.
Yeah.
Doing this, helping them, but if they got caught, they would get killed. But nobody stood up for the people.
No.
Very few. Very few, and they did. So you see this. This is what we're talking about. We all have a tendency to go that route. Even the Bible says people in the end days, when you're going through, tribulations, that you're going to be asked to deny God.
Yes,
you're going to be asked that all the time. We're being shamed right now as Christians.
Yes,
you get stereotyped.
There will come a time where you will have to. Our pastor, he always uses the it's kind of an analogy of a pinch of incense, and he relates it back to the time of Caesar, basically in the Roman era. And that you had to deny Christ and, proclaim Caesar as Lord with a pinch of incense, I guess how they did that, or else they'll kill you.
Yeah.
And the thing here is that, is it sobering to think that we are on what we're seeing today could be the ramblings or of this type of thing?
It could be. I mean, this has been happening for a while. I mean, again, everybody thought when Hitler was around that was end days. Mm-hmm. Everybody thought no man will know. That's what the Bible says. No man will know the day. You'll see signs and stuff. We see a lot of these signs. We see these, and it could be now. I mean, my theory, just be ready no matter what. But that's what I think is it's about this. It's not just racism. It's just everything about. In fact, I remember being in a movie theater one day when the critics were all in there, but not the guests.
Yeah.
And one of the critics asked me and said, you're a Christian, right? And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, so you're a Republican? And I said, well, that's kind of not here or there, but I do tend to go conservative. And she said, is that because you're a Christian and that's the only way you can vote? No. It's not that. However, but conservative fits my values, and that's it. And so she had all these different questions about what fits a Christian. And it's just because people don't, and I don't mind that. I would love to answer that because I don't want somebody to think something of me just because I'm a Christian. Mm-hmm. They think of us as hypocrites sometimes.
What I always say about hypocrisy, everybody, I don't care if you're Christian or not Christian, everybody's a hypocrite.
You have moments.
Just got to catch them on the right day.
Exactly. The same thing with being, look at stereotypes. Everybody has those moments when you don't think about it. You really don't think about it. That's why I like this movie. It makes you think about it. Yeah. It makes you think about it going, wow, would I have bought the book from him with his story, or would I have gotten this one that's other?
Yeah.
And
it does speak to everybody loves trauma and drama.
Yeah.
But let me ask you just one last question. Okay. We'll move on.
Absolutely.
Is stereotyping the same thing as prejudice? That's a hard one, but
I think it goes there. I think it kind of hits it. Yeah, it can go there. I don't think it hits prejudice. I think prejudice is a choice you make. Okay. I think prejudice is going, I don't like you for your skin. I don't like you for your religion. I don't like you for where I think this part of it goes, it's something that in our mind we think about. Okay. Things that we've seen in the past. If someone has been robbed at gunpoint before, they're going to be a little more edgy. They're a little afraid. I remember when my parents, when we were younger, we got our house broken into. This guy came in while we were gone. Yeah. But it kept me like watching it. I didn't go to sleep very easily during that night, during nights after that. It's those things that you see stuff on the news. This happened and this happened. It kind of gets in your head. So when you're walking down the road and you see somebody that's scrappy or a homeless person. We had a homeless person in Austin that just stabbed somebody. Yeah. So you start thinking about this stuff in the back of your mind. I think it's unconscious that you think about it. And again, you go to the other side of the street or you clutch your purse. Yeah. Or I remember sometimes when, I remember one when I was in Vegas one time, and I was 21. I was in Vegas, and I'd heard that there's a lot of bad people there. It's just evil. Yeah. And I remember doing my wallet and checking my wallet in my pants every time. People would pass me and I'd go, okay, I still got it. So it's like,
and what you do is you put it in your front pocket.
And that's it. That's what I've done. Yeah. So anyway, I believe that. So
okay, that and. It is, and I think people have that tendency. They have, when we're talking about media, when we're talking about movies, we're talking about television and all that type of thing. How are they portraying certain cultures? Like, all these people that are they're robbing and killing, stealing, raping, and all this type of thing. Then they always put this type of person on there. Yeah. And then that gives the people absorb this stuff. And so, and then you say, with the argument, We should stop doing that. We should. There is more. I'm going to tell you one thing. There's a lot of white guys in prison that rape, kill, steal, and all that, as well as black or whatever other nationality. And we got to stop that. You know, and the thing is, when it comes to prejudice in Christianity, prejudice is hatred.
I agree.
You cannot, and I'm going to say this so that we hear it, that according to the scripture, you cannot make heaven your home if you have hate in your heart.
Exactly.
So you're not going to heaven. I don't care. I'm at church every Sunday. I don't care if you're at church every Sunday. When you have hatred and prejudice in your heart, you shut down that flow, and you're not going to make heaven. And that's one thing that people just need to grab a hold of, especially in the church. But anyway, all right. So that's good. It brings out, I love it when a movie brings out these themes and that type of thing that you can talk about, you can think about.
Yes, that's what I like when it's a comedy, but it makes you think.
Yes.
Those are the best kind, because you can laugh, but you can later you kind of get these conversations going.
And Jeffrey Wright too.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
All righty. What's our next one?
Next one is Poor Things.
Poor Thing. Okay. All righty. We're going to show you the clip here, and we'll be right back. Here it is.
This is Bella. Bella, this is Mr. McCandles.
Hello, Bella.
Oh, she's an experiment.
Good evening.
Her brain and her body are not quite synchronized. But she's progressing at an accelerated pace.
Tell me, where did she come from?
I shall. For it is a happy tale.
I am Bella Baxter, and there is a world to enjoy, circumnavigate. It is the goal of all to progress, grow.
A woman plotting her course to freedom. How delightful.
Oh.
Okay, now, I saw that, I looked at this, and my first impression is I thought that she was a robot.
I did too when I first saw the poster and saw all that, but it's not bad at all. So this is a movie, Willem Dafoe, which I absolutely like him. I really love him. I think he's a great actor. Emma Stone, which I actually love her too. She's such a sweet woman and everything. Mm-hmm. And then Mark Ruffalo. So it's got a really good cast. Willem Dafoe plays a Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein type of character. And
I bet he was good at that.
He was very good. They had him like deformed where he did surgery on himself. And there's some really cool, funny stuff in there. It's really neat. He saves this woman. You hear the backstory as he goes, but he's always had Emma Stone there from what you see. But he saved this woman she jumped off the bridge while she was pregnant, and she died, brain dead, but the baby lived. Now this is, to me, this coming up is my there was a plot hole there.
Okay.
But he saved the baby, and he takes the brain out of the baby and puts it in her head. And I'm just thinking at that time, why didn't you just raise the baby? That's silly. But it wasn't in script.
It wasn't fitting the plot.
Yes. So he raised her and just watched her as she grew she's fully an adult physically, but has a baby brain and grows as you go. All of that was fantastic. All of that was phenomenal and interesting and so much fun. And then they just went
right down the hill.
Right downhill. So the director and writer said that he was making a women empowerment movie, okay? Which I got. Cool. You see this woman, she's a child, a woman child, and she develops, and you see her go and she could do anything, and you have this script that you can have her do anything. She can be president. She can do whatever she wants. How does the script go? The second half of the movie, she decides she likes sex. She goes off, and that's what the whole rest of the movie's about. Is all it is about sex.
It's about sex.
And there really is no reason for it. It was to me, it was demeaning to women. That's the way I feel. Because if you're going to say, I'm going to make a woman empowerment movie, we're going to have her have sex all the time. To me, that's not women empowerment.
To me, that there's some degeneration with the directors, the writers, or whatever producing this thing. There's a bunch of degenerates.
Yeah. So I wasn't real happy with that. I didn't like the rest of the movie. The other thought that I had watching this too was, I can't remember the guy's name that he's like they hired him to just kind of watch Emma Stone's character and progress her, show her progression. He fell in love with her. Mark Ruffalo fell in love with her. Willem Dafoe was in love with her. And I'm just thinking, okay, she's got a woman's body, but in her mind, she's a child.
She's a child.
That's kind of sick to me. That's just the way I feel. That was kind of a weird thing to go down that
very
road.
Weird twist on the subject.
So I absolutely will not recommend this movie. Christians or non-Christians alike, period. But if you're a Christian, don't go see this, man. And to me, I think like you'll like the first part of it, but you're going to lose IQ points going the other way. And it's just
that's good. That's the way of putting it. Yeah.
And there's so many people that liked it, and I'm just like going, okay, to me, it had such potential, and then it fell apart because it was such a unique, odd movie. It was kind of like Edward Scissorhands type of thing, that fanciful type of thing.
I don't see. He's not. His hands are not on this.
No, but he has his. I'm just talking about like him doing his own work on himself and all that stuff. It was that kind of a fantasy type of thing, and then they threw it in, and the other part of it is that when she was doing sex, they were going out there with sex and everything. She became part of a brothel. And they were saying, this is great. This is awesome. This is what's supposed to happen. I don't buy any of that. So for me, that is all the way. Don't go see it. I am not recommending this. I will not recommend this. This third movie we have tonight is my favorite of the three, Wonka.
Now we're going to play that trailer for you here, and we'll be right back.
I've spent the past 7 years traveling the world perfecting my craft. You see, I'm something of a magician, inventor, and chocolate maker. So quiet up and listen down. Nope, scratch that, reverse it.
Mr. Wonka, I can see you're a man of great ingenuity.
What are you doing?
I'm making chocolate, of course. How do you like it? Dark, white, nutty, absolutely insane.
Many people have come here to sell chocolate. They've all been crushed by the chocolate cartel. You can't get a shop without selling chocolate, and you can't sell chocolate without a shop.
No daydreaming.
What are we gonna do, Willie?
Huh?
A double huh.
Do you have a pencil and paper?
Uh-huh.
I got an idea. I know things haven't been easy for you. They're gonna get better.
You promise?
I pinky promise. That's the most solemn vow there is.
Where do we start?
A good chocolate is simple.
Where is this? It's just
weird. What's happening? Oh, what's a chocolate that makes it fly?
Let's find out, shall we?
Who's for a hammer job? Nothing to see here. Just a small group of people defying the laws of gravity.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Gallery Gourmet, my name is Willy Wonka.
He's good. Too good. Pretty sure I've gained about 150 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
You could change her life, Mr. Wonka. Change all their lives.
Run away!
Every good thing in this world started with a dream. So you hold on to yours.
Here we go, Mama.
Mark my words, this is gonna be the greatest chocolate shop the world has ever seen. So you're the a funny little man who's been following me.
I will have you know that I am a perfectly respectable size for an Oompa Loompa.
An Oompa what now?
Allow me to refresh your memory.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now. Once we've started, we can't stop.
Alrighty, now that looks like an amazingly fun movie.
It absolutely was. I walked out of the theater just hopping and singing, inside my head, but I was in a great mood. Now here's the thing. I went into the theater not really with expectations, high expectations. I absolutely love the Gene Wilder movie. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was absolutely one of those childhood memories that I absolutely love. I can watch it again and again and again right now.
Okay.
Showed my kids the movie. I've got a DVD and everything. It's such an awesome movie. Johnny Depp, kind of his movie with Tim Burton, just kind of ruined that for me. It was not anything like the movie. He looked more like Marilyn Manson than Wonka.
He did.
It was too weird and didn't have the singing in it.
Yeah.
And so it really, except for the Oompa Loompas a couple of times. But so I didn't really like that as much. This one took that bad taste out of my mouth. It was a great movie. Timothy Chalamet was the embodiment of a younger Gene Wilder Wonka. Yeah. And you could see that the casting was great because you could see him as that younger Wonka. So this is a prequel. So this is about Willy Wonka coming in and trying to make his mark in the chocolate business. So he comes to town. His mom used to make these chocolates when he was a little kid. So he has all these flashbacks of his memories of his mom. And his mom said, when you make chocolate, I'll be there for you. Nice. And so he went to this town, and the three big chocolate makers, which one of them, you'll recognize the name, is Slugworth. From the original movie, right? So these big three chocolate makers are trying to squeeze him out, not let him do any chocolate. So that's what they're all doing. So it's about him battling the chocolate makers and still trying to get the chocolate made. So that's what it's all about. It's a musical. It's a full musical, and that's the other fun part. Yeah. He's got a couple of obstacles. I won't go through all these because, I don't want to tell you the whole story. But it's all about him struggling to get his chocolate made. What y'all saw there was one of the magic things they started right away. So,
floating in the air.
Yeah, floating in the air. They gave him a piece of candy, and they're all up there. Yeah. So it was really cool. All the way through the movie, it's so much fun. There's great songs in it. There's great acting in it. It has Rowan Atkinson, which is
Mr. Bean.
Mr.
Bean.
So it also has Keegan-Michael Key, who is like one of my favorite comedians. And he plays a police officer there, and it absolutely has some of the funniest lines in there. The little girl, I can't remember her name, but she is side by side with Wonka, and it's just this wonderful story of friendship with them. And it's just, everything was just absolutely fantastic about this movie. Yes. From beginning to end, they did a terrific job. What I really loved about it is that Timothy Chalamet did these little things that Depp never did. Depp didn't show any of the characteristics that Gene Wilder did. Yeah. He's showing you when he's doing this movie. He does, even the smallest things, like, he'll say something and he'll go, wait, take that, reverse, stuff like that. This is what Gene Wilder did in his movie. That's some of his lines. So they keep that character going that way. It's just a great movie. I just, for the whole family, I just really enjoyed it. It's just fun. It is wholesome fun. It's not something you have to think about, not like Poor Things. Okay? So it is the opposite of Poor Things. It is a very rich thing because it's rich candy, of course. It is just a gem. And I intend to include this in my DVD collection whenever it comes out. I was that impressed with it.
Yeah, so the soundtrack has like 24 songs on it. It's just amazing here. Of course, we see Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant says Oompa Loompa. There was a bit of controversy with that.
Okay.
A lot of people said he's not a little person, so he shouldn't be playing that part. I don't know. I tend to not worry about that. I'm watching the movie. I'm going to see what he does. He does a great job on it. And he does in Hollywood Magic. He's in
But he's funny. I mean, even in the trailer, he was funny there. And they have a lot of them. One of the other guys I was going to say, Jim Carter, I think his name was. You saw him from Downton Abbey, and a lot of people love Downton Abbey, so you probably recognize that. You didn't. You didn't watch that. Anyway, but that's good stuff. So, I mean, this is a family movie?
It is a family movie. You can't take little bitty kids. You're not going to take a year-old, 6-month-year-old baby. But most kids are going to love this movie. It is fun. It's kind of like a little bit of like old time. Like, I'm trying to think of the British comedies a little bit.
Yeah.
It's got the British comedy in it.
Well, you got a lot of British actors and actresses in here. You saw some flavor right there.
So absolutely, it's got that, and it's got some situations in there that they get into, but it's all, again, very wholesome. Very wholesome.
Okay.
And it's just such a great movie. And it's I will forever think, Timothy Chalamet is Dune. He does Dune.
He's a Dune dude.
So that's where I first saw him was Dune, and he's coming out in Dune 2. And did you say Dune 3?
They're talking about a third one already.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So he does a great job. I think it was great casting, and like I said, I highly recommend this movie.
Yeah, it sounds like a really fun movie.
Yeah,
great stuff. I love the whole aspect of how he uses his own magical imagination to weed out the competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's just amazing. So anyway, this is a good one. We recommend it. Let me see. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and recap American Fiction.
I loved it all the way up to the last 15 minutes. I think that you should see it if you're not deterred by cussing, the language, the drug use a little bit, and the sexual innuendos, sexual situations. You should watch this. It's such a thought-provoking movie because it gives you the comedy, it gives you some serious stuff, but it's very thought-provoking. So I like that because it made me think.
Okay. Poor Things?
Poor Things, I wouldn't recommend that to anyone. I'm not even watching it the second time. I hated the movie. I really liked that first part, so if they made the second part as good as that first part, it would have been great. But because they went so far down the rabbit hole, and because of this is supposed to be women empowerment, and it wasn't, I'm not recommending this to anybody.
I don't understand how that is woman empowerment.
No, I don't either.
Anyway. Okay, Wonka.
And Wonka, out of the park, man.
Out of the park with Wonka
love
this
Wonka.
time. I like it.
So for American fiction, I'd give that. We're doing reels. It's all real perspective.
Now, yeah.
So we'll do a 1 to 10. I would give that one about an 8.
An 8?
Okay.
8 reels.
Yep.
Okay,
Poor Things, 3 reels because I liked it.
Okay.
No, just 3 because I did like that very first part. So if I was to watch anything, I'd watch that first part whenever they did the Frankenstein thing, and then be done.
What about Wonka?
Wonka, I think I'd give that a 9. I mean, it was. This is personally, it just brought me back to being a child, watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So to me, if you make me feel like a child again, you're going to get my vote. So 9 on that one.
All righty. Well, fantastic. Okay. So we got 3 in the bag here this time. And, okay. So there's our recommendations here and the discussion. And over the holidays, Christmas, Wonka would be a wonderful movie to take the kids to.
Go see it as a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
You're going to love it, man.
Yeah. So you have something this Christmas to go see if you want at the movie house. A lot of times that we have to wait until it comes on whatever, streaming or whatever. But a lot of times still we can't make it to the movies, but whatever. But anyway, okay, cool. Well, we've done 3 here. We thanks for tuning in, Russell. Thank you.
Thank you
for those reviews. Thanks for tuning in on Real Perspective here. We will see you again in a couple of weeks. Have a wonderful holiday this season, and we'll see you at the theater.